We're starting off our coverage with Mumbai. Mumbai has been put on red alert as it braces for its first ever cyclone in 129 years. Cyclone Nisarga, now a severe cyclonic storm, is currently over the Arabian Sea, is about 190 kilometers away from Mumbai as we speak. The first high tide hit the city at around 10:15 a.m. The second high tide for the day is expected in the night after 9:45 p.m. People living in lower-lying areas, slums and shanty houses have been moved to safer locations. 8 NDRF teams have been deployed at the moment in the city. You're getting those visuals from Mumbai, Juhu Beach, Versova, Gateway of India, Marine Drive. We've got some visuals coming in from Colaba and Altamount Road as well. Section 144 has now been imposed across the city and movement of people has been restricted at beaches. Mumbai currently is the worst impacted, remember, with the coronavirus outbreak, with over 41,000 cases so far. It's on high alert. It's been a bit of a double whammy for Mumbai with these cyclonic storms that are anticipated. My colleagues are all joining us live now to get us up to speed with the latest that is coming in. First up, let's go straight across to our reporters. Vidya is now joining us live for the very latest. Vidya, first up, why don't you tell us at what time is the cyclone going to be making a landfall in Mumbai? Mumbai is bracing itself for a double whammy. On one hand is the hotspot of coronavirus. On the other hand, you've got a cyclone to take care of as well. The Met Department updates are coming in. You're tracking this development very closely. First, walk us through the timing.
Well, as of now, what was being said is that post 12 it can hit any time. The landfall can really happen anywhere between 12 to 3. But the authorities really narrowed it down to approximately 2 is when the landfall in Alibag would really happen of the cyclone. But right now, as you can see, when I came in early in the morning at around 7ish when I was here at Versova, there was hardly any wind, there was hardly any rain. It was drizzling to the minimum, but with a little, as the time is passing by, we can see and feel that the wind is quite high. The high tide is also, it's little higher. And at this point, the wind, it's kind of difficult holding the umbrella as well. In fact, at this moment, the entire beach, which we had seen earlier in the morning, was totally occupied, is now empty. There's not a single person on the beach except for the policemen who are deployed here to see to it that no one reaches the beaches. So early in the morning, we had seen quite a lot of crowd, but all of that have gone back home to be in their homes and be safe when the cyclone really hits.
All right, that's Vidya getting us all the very latest updates right there. We've got more reporters who will be joining us and getting us up to speed with the very latest developments on Cyclone Nisarga. Let's go over to our guests now. These are residents of Mumbai who are joining us. They are bracing themselves. First up, let's go straight across to actor Mohnish Bahl, who lives at Sagar Sangeet in Colaba. He's joining us from his penthouse apartment. Good afternoon, Mohnish. Thanks for joining us on this broadcast. If you could just tell us how you've prepared yourself for this cyclone, which is about to make a landfall any moment now.
Good afternoon, Chetri. Thank you for inviting me. We've been living here for 40 years now almost, and we're up, as you know, on the 31st and 32nd floors of the penthouse. We have to prepare every year for the monsoons, like boarding up and, tying down things which are out on the terrace. We have to bring it in and things like that. But with the cyclone, you have to be a little bit more careful. For instance, we don't run the air conditioning or any of the heavy appliances during the crucial period from about 12 o'clock to about 4 o'clock, waiting for landfall. Otherwise, our building is under major repairs, and that's kind of got stuck because of the lockdown, and the way workers have left. So we've kind of got scaffolding and things like that. So yeah, most of the time has been spent, clearing out the drains and preparing for all this sort of thing. Yeah, it's
Mohnish, if you're close to your window or if you're sitting close to your balcony, and if it is possible for you, just show us the visuals, because there's a panoramic view of the sea. You usually end up seeing Alibag from that building, but today I believe you can't.
You can't see anything. And I cannot open the windows. Most of them are boarded up. Some are boarded because of the work that was going on, and some we've added on because of the cyclone, because up here at 350 feet, the winds actually hit about 120 kilometers an hour. So for me to, even open a window, a crack, or go to the window is a bit of a problem. And you won't see anything. It'll be just fuzzed out.
Are the residents around you prepared themselves for Cyclone Nisarga's landing? Because we do know that even when there is torrential rain, there's a lot of rattling that is happening on the coastal area, sea-facing homes. Are you at any point feeling even a wee bit scared about this cyclone making a landfall? Mumbai has not witnessed it in 129 years now, so there is no benchmark of what it really could be. It's all going to be new, and you all are going to be witnessing this for the first time.
Shadi, I wouldn't say scared, but there is anxiety, and that kind of anxiety has been building up over the last 2 months, what with coronavirus and, you know, the lockdown and all that sort of thing. So there's been a bit of an anxiety which has been developing, and now we have to face the cyclone, and we've already seen horrific visuals of Umphan on the east coast, Bengal and Orissa. So I wouldn't say scared, but one has to prepare for the worst and, you know, hope for the best. I do know our secretary, Mr. Norula. We were speaking to him last night, and he says, you know, I shut all my curtains and I removed all the paintings in my flat so that nothing flies around, which is very sensible, actually.
Oh yes, all right. Continue to stay with us right there, Mohnish. I'm also going to be bringing in Akhil Sippi, who also has a beautiful sea-facing apartment. Akhil, how are you bracing up for this storm? I believe last night there was a moment of calm right before the storm. Show us your window. I believe you cannot be seeing, you can't even see Alibag from where you are sitting at the moment, which you can usually, you know.
Thank you, Chetty. I'm going to try and open the windows and show you guys what I see. The winds are raging. It is raining. I don't see it as a heavy downpour at this point in time, but you can see the ocean. The waves are still calm. You can even see the Taj Mahal and the gateway at a distance. So visibility is not a problem at this point in time. But you can tell that something is going to happen. And at this point, it is still calm and under control. No sign of destruction. But our windows have been rattling all night, and it seems like it's increasing. Hopefully it stays this way and doesn't really get into a cyclone. I'm going to go back to shutting my windows now.
Oh yes, you should, and you should also be very careful. But Akhil, remember, you were telling me once before as well as to how you know during the monsoon as well, you get prepared for the windows to rattle, and you have a way in which you pack up your windows as well so that the water does not seep into. Are you expecting any kind of untoward incident to take place, and are you bracing yourself for this storm? What have you done with your windows as well? What have you done to all the paintings on the wall? As Mohnish was just mentioning, he's pulled everything down off the walls.
Yeah, we've moved out the paintings, but Chetty, as we've spoken about this, these are double glazed windows, and since we're on the 26th floor, all our windows have to be double glazed. They are sliding windows, but they're thick, they are soundproof, and as you know, I DJ and I play a lot of loud music. I don't want the rest of the neighbors to get disturbed. So yes, our windows are pretty solid, and that doesn't let the sound go out or the water come in. But there is still a lot of rattling because the winds are definitely raging.
All right, you stay safe and continue to stay with us. Mohnish and Akhil, stay with us. I'm also going to be bringing in an actor, Soma Mangnani, who's joining us from her Pali Hill residence in Mumbai suburbs. Soma, what are you seeing at the moment out of your window? Is there any kind of a scare, any kind of anxiety building up? How did you prepare yourself as well to brace yourself for the Cyclone Nisarga to make a landfall?
Bit of a prep, you know, I went on ABC, there was this online thing like how to prep for a cyclone, and I went through some of the list of things that had been mentioned. I removed all my smaller plants from my windowsill, which is recommended by also our society, you know. So I took out all of those because I don't know if they can handle that kind of pressure. And I already had my certificate fall off from the wall, so I quickly removed all the things from the wall. You know, I put them on the floor,
right.
And I had a couple of things.
Soma, we're having some issue with your connection right there. I'm going to ask the producers to re-establish that connection right with you. Your frame is freezing at the moment. Going straight across to Mohnish. Mohnish, at the coastal apartment of Sagar Sangeet, there's been a lightning once as well. The building has been impacted with lightning and some other untoward incidents also taking place in the past. At this point, there's another cyclone that you are bracing at this point. How is the entire society prepared themselves and braced themselves? Because I know what you have done, you just mentioned, but what have all the other neighbors also done?
I guess, Chaiti, I think people have been following the news and have been following the instructions set out by the various authorities and accordingly taking care of things in that manner. I don't think anybody can do anything more than what has been already established, like stay home, stay indoors, tie down things which are exteriors. Don't disconnect your gas supply. We don't have a running gas supply here. We've got individual cylinders. So that probably isn't applicable. Don't run your appliances and things like that. So I guess that's the most we can do, and really pray for people who are not as fortunate as we who live in Pakka houses. I've been watching the news. Umfan was horrible. And there are a lot of coastal villages. I just saw on the television leading up to your program, there were fishermen tying down their boats. I think Pankaj was covering that in Palgad, and it's quite horrible. And one just counts for blessings, that we do have shelter above our head, and we pray for those who don't. And let's just hope this passes. This has been a year of calamities, near and far. It's a strange year, strange times we live in. But we have to just hang in there together as a society, as a people.
Mohnish, even work must be extremely impacted at this point of time because all the shoots must have been called off, isn't it?
Well, it's not just the shoots. I mean, it's everybody's shut down. It's the entire the country. The entire world is shut down in phases. As I said, some of us are more fortunate, and we count our blessings that we can survive a period of X number of months. I see people who, as you know, what's been on the news, people who are literally on a day-to-day, and one's heart goes out to them. We just count our blessings and do the most that we can in our own sphere to help people out as much as you can.
Akhil Sippy is also with us. Akhil, absolutely unprecedented time. How would you sum up 2020? One hand, the city is battling coronavirus. On the other hand, Mumbai is bracing itself for a storm. Even the car park, etc. How have you all made the arrangements right there? There are many trees around the coastal areas as well. What have you all done collectively as a society, Akhil?
Chaiti, these are obviously very tough times, and no one could really have planned for it. Business is affected, but as Mohnish mentions, that we are fortunate and we should be grateful that we live in high rises and we're protected, not just with regards to the cyclone being expected, but also the pandemic. We're the ones who are really secure. With regards to the society, I think Secretary and the society by themselves have done a lot of work by cleaning up the place. We are in a construction site at this moment, and we've had workers who've fortunately been able to go back to their homes, but they've cleaned up the place. The security guards live on the premises, so there's no question of them going outside and coming back in to control the spread of coronavirus. They've made a nice arrangement up on the terrace so we can take walks. As you know, this is a lovely building, a very tall building, 32 floors. So we have the whole view of the city and sea on all sides. So yes, we've all come together, and we are also, I can see that they're cleaning the frontage towards the beach. So very soon, all the rubble and all the garbage is being cleared, and you can actually walk onto the beach. So a lot of initiative taken by the society, and I've been here for 16 years, no complaints, love this place. And when I'm in Mumbai and in India, this is my only home.
Absolutely, Akhil. Stay with us. In fact, my mother's joining us. She also lives on a sea-facing apartment on the right on the coastal area of Mumbai. I'm going to throw straight across to her to show us the visuals. Are you being able to see Alibag? I believe that today you can't even see Alibag, and there is nothing, as Mohnish was mentioning, that you can see right outside your window. But on a usual day, on a sunny day, Alibag is absolutely clear.
I can't hear.
If you can hear me, I'm coming straight to you. I'm asking this question to Mrs. Tripti Narula. If you can pan outside and show to our viewers what you can see outside the window as well, because Alibag is right in front of you. If you could show what is going on, the wind, whether it is drizzling, could you just pan your camera outside the window and show us? All right, let's re-establish that connection right there. We are unable to hear her. Soma Magnani also with us at the moment. Soma, your connection is fine now. At the moment, what precautions have your apartment seen? What are high-rises? What are societies doing at the moment? Is there a fair amount of anxiety that you're feeling at the moment?
Unprecedented. You know, before this, nothing like this has ever happened, at least not in my lifetime. So it is a little scary. You know, we don't know exactly what to expect. But yeah, we've done our best to prepare. Like I said, I removed the plants from my balcony, and in our building, we've taken all the garbage area. We've cleaned that out so nothing floats around or becomes dirty. And you can see the wind is really picking up now. And we're on Pali Hill. We're on a slope. So a lot of the water comes gushing in from here and collects, you know, down in our building. So we have to be careful of that. And honestly, I don't know what to expect. I'm just, you know, trying to brace myself to the best of my abilities. And yeah. Can you hear me, Chetty?
Absolutely. I'm going to request all our guests, yes, I can hear you, and I'm going to request all our guests to stay with us, because we're also going to ask them how happy or not they are with the administration and the preparedness in Mumbai as well. After 129 years, there's going to be a landfall that is Cyclone Nisarga is going to be making in Mumbai. Stay with us. Our coverage continues non-stop right here on India Today. Welcome back. Maharashtra is on high alert as Cyclone Nisarga is expected to make a landfall between 1 to 3 p.m. near Alibag in Maharashtra. The cyclone has now intensified slightly further with a wind speed of 90 to 100 kilometers per hour. It is expected to make a landfall and pound Maharashtra coast with maximum sustained wind speed of 122 kilometers per hour. It's about 95 kilometers from Alibag as we speak. Mumbai is on red alert at the moment as it's bracing itself for its first ever cyclone in 129 years. Section 144 has been imposed on all the beaches and parks to restrict the movement of people. Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has now appealed to people to not step out for 2 whole days, adding that Army, Navy, Air Force, NDRF teams are all on alert. Several people residing in coastal areas have been evacuated at the moment to safer locations as well. A total of 21 NDRF teams have been deployed across the state, while 1 team has been kept on standby.
Let me show you what's happening on ground zero, what the fishermen are doing here. Look at the kind of hard work that these fishermen have to put in at this point of time, because in this area where I am, there are more than 500 boats. This is the main area in the Palghar district where all the boats are docked or housed. Now, what these people here are doing, going deep inside, is tying the end of the boat to the ground. Of course, they have fixed the nails and they are tying this boat here because they feel that in some time the wind speed is going to increase, and many anticipate that such is going to be the speed that even this huge boat can topple. Security agencies have warned that the fishermen need not venture deep into the sea because right now it can be very dangerous. So right now what the fishermen are doing is they are tying their boats. In order to protect this area, what is going to happen is that these people are going to cover this boat with a black sheet as well. Now, as has happened with the other boat as well. Of course, as we heard some of the fishermen saying that they are pretty hopeful that this black sheet that they put on top, the cover that they put on top, and the ropes that they have tied and the nails that they have fixed will not allow the boat to topple.
Okay, we've got three guests who are joining us from their sea-facing apartments. Mohnish Bahl is with us. Let's first go across to him. Mohnish, from the administration point of view, are you happy with the manner in which the Uddhav Thackeray government is handling this unprecedented situation of a double whammy hitting Mumbai, especially for people like you who live in plush South Mumbai homes, but at the same time have been hit so badly with coronavirus? At the same time now, Alibag is right next to your house. How do you feel about the manner in which the Uddhav Thackeray government has handled the situation?
In one word, am I happy with the way the administration has handled the situation? I would say yes. Let me qualify. This is a first, whether it's the COVID pandemic or whether it's a cyclone, whether it's the decision to lock down from the center, and then subsequently now whether the states, how much opening up they need to do. All these decisions in retrospect can be weighed, and then we can come to a conclusion whether the administration took the right step or they didn't. But the fact of the matter is, right now, they're doing the best they can, and we must appreciate them for that, and we must support them. I get this thought often enough that all the leaders of the world, at this time, it must be the most strenuous time for them. I'm speaking right from the leaders of nations, like the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable CM, and even your MLAs and your local authorities, your police station in charge. Everybody must be under so much stress to handle these situations. So, yes, 100% support to the administration. And to you people also, the journalist community, the doctors, the healthcare. That's off to you all. We just have to sit at home and wait, which we find so difficult to do because we feel, 144, which Mumbai's got pretty used to. But it must be horrible for everybody else out there, these front lines. The NDRF, you just said 21 NDRF teams. I mean, they're standing right there. So, salutes to them, hats off to them. So yes, the administration has done a good job. Every one of them, right from the center to every state.
Right. Great. So good to know you're happy with the administration. I'm going to come to Akhil, but before that, I've got my mother who's joining us. She lives on the coastal area as well. Hopefully the connection is better this time. If you could just show us Alibag from the house, because the cyclone is at the moment 95 kilometers away from Alibag, and this particular house where you live in is facing Alibag, and usually you can see Alibag quite clearly. Today, I believe you can't.
Hi, Jaiti. This is, you can see in the backdrop, Alibag is there. Can you see?
Yes, go ahead.
It's all hazy picture though, because the winds have started gushing. This is Alibag.
Right, and
Hello,
what
can
about
you
the
hear
slum
me?
dwellers as well? I believe that they've been provided, yes I can. The slum dwellers have also been provided shelter, I believe, into some of the upmarket complexes right around Kolaba and the other coastal areas in Mumbai as well. If you could tell us a little about that.
Yes, Chaiti. Mumbai is always ready for any crisis. It's a never say die spirit that we have. We Mumbaikars are always ready. Today morning, some Nagar slum dweller family who were all evacuated from there because of this cyclone, we have accommodated them in our complex, though we had restrictions that we were not allowing anybody from outside to enter. But today we have opened it up because we feel that yes, we are all one in this crisis. No matter pandemic is there, cyclone is there, we'll all be together, help everybody around and be together.
Right, if you could just pan your camera and show us the visuals outside your balcony for us to see how the wind condition really is, what the weather conditions really look like right on the coast.
Yes, see, can you see? This is the sea behind me. You can see my hair flying because it's a lot of windy. I've opened my windows to give you a better picture.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go straight across to Akhil Sippi as well, who's joining us. Akhil, Are you happy with the manner in which the Uddhav Thackeray government and administration has handled this particular situation, particularly because Mumbai is hit with coronavirus crisis? South Mumbai seems to be on fire with the number of cases that are going up as well. And now with the cyclonic storms, NDRF teams have swung into action as well. It's a bit of a mess as far as Mumbai is concerned. But how would you rate the administration?
Absolutely, Chetty. I think our Chief Minister has been extremely proactive. We receive updates. He addresses us every other day. We have been updated right through the first lockdown. In fact, our Chief Minister and our Maharashtra state government were the first to shut down and ask all the gyms, spas, offices to close down. So I have nothing but praises. It's a very tough time. It's very easy to criticize, and I see all of that on social media. We have WhatsApp groups where people are bickering all the time. But I think Mohnish has summed it up really well. We need to be grateful. This is not something that anyone can prepare for. This is a first for everyone. And I really like the fact that when I walk down in the society, I see security guards have their mask on all the time. They've got gloves, the liftmen. They pick up our garbage, they give us our post, they hand over Amazon goods and other essential items. Everyone is working really hard, extremely sincerely. And I like the fact that we are being stopped on the road if we are doing something wrong, because we have to follow this lockdown seriously. As if we didn't do what we did, I don't think we would be able to, be comfortable in our houses with the numbers I still feel are under control. This pandemic could definitely go out of control. And the fact that every lockdown we are receiving relaxations. Mumbai is the epicenter, a very important place for all of us. So a huge respect to all the frontline workers and all of y'all who are bringing the news to us. So absolutely, we are very confident that we will get out of this, and complete support to the state government. No doubt about that.
And Akhil, there's also Section 144 that has been imposed around the beaches to restrict the movement of people. So if you could just peep out of your window and see if anybody is found violating that, or is everyone in Mumbai following this order to the T?
Yes, we did. When I did open the window, I haven't seen anyone down. It is still raining. It's coming down a lot more now. So, of course, people are sensible. They're going to stay in, and more than one reason to stay home, right? So, the next 2 days, if it's 4 days, however long it takes, we need to protect ourselves first.
Right. Let's go straight across to Soma Mangnani as well. She's joining us from Mumbai suburbs, from Bandra Pali Hills. Soma, how would you rate the administration at this point? Are there any kind of impediments that you're feeling as a citizen of Mumbai today, with so much of bad news coming in your way, back to back to back?
No, I think our administration has done a great job. I will have to give kudos to Uddhav Thackeray ji, because at least in my area, it's been very, very peaceful. I think people more or less have followed the rules here. There have been few off-color people who still stepped out in spite of COVID and everything. And there were a couple of arrests also, people jogging and stuff like that. But they were let off with a small warning to be more careful and more, considerate, that this is a special time. You should take precautions, not take it easy with your health or play with other people's health, more or less, So I'm happy with the administration. Whenever I've stepped down to Pali Market, there are always police people stationed there, and they're very polite. They help us maintain the social distancing. And I think the people of my area have been really amazing. They followed the rules more or less, most of them. And it's been fab. I mean, I think my administration is great. Uddhav Thackeray has been coming on TV also and addressing everyone. But I do have one thing to say. I wish before the cyclone came, some how-tos or something would have been nice from, our lovely WhatsApp messages, little bit more comprehensive. I just feel it's been very generic. It should have been more comprehensive. That's what I feel. Can you hear me?
All right. Let me also go across. Yes, I can. Very much I can. Just stay with us right there. Let me also go across to my mother who is joining us as well. She's also standing on her balcony. She's opened up the windows. I can see her hair flying as well at the moment. Why don't you tell us how did you make the house and how did the other neighbors make the house cyclone ready? Because even when there is a heavy rainfall in Mumbai, we do know that the Sagar Sangeet building, the windows start rattling. It's almost like a horror film with the paintings flying off as well, cutlery falling off the shelves. So with this cyclone, the wind speed is far higher. How did you prepare yourself?
All our stuff. We pulled down all our artworks because the photo frames and all, they all fall. And we are also afraid of our windows, though they are all very toughened glass and all, but the wind with the way it is gushing, maybe it may crack. And then the water may come in and all, and the photo frames falling down, glass pieces, the wall clocks, everything we have pulled down. And we didn't have plastic also because there are no shops open around. So we removed our shower curtains from the bathrooms and lay them all on the beds and all to protect in case of any mishap happening with this windows breaking and water seeping in the house.
Right. Mohnish is also with us. Mohnish, in the anticipation of this particular cyclone, did you end up taking any precautionary measures in terms of getting in touch with some rescue teams in case there is some sort of a crack that comes into the window, in case there's water that seeps in from your windows as well? I'm aware that everything is quite packed. You've got great windows. You've got, a fantastic security system. But still, this is unprecedented to say the least.
As I told you at the beginning of the program, we've been living here for 40 years now approximately, and monsoons and the rains us up on the 32nd floor with the open terraces and is quite a dramatic affair. There's a lot of wind, there's a lot of irregular stuff. This is going to be a little bit more. But again, we did our usual precautions and, clearing out the drains because there's going to be expected about 200 to 400 mm of rain in a period of 6 hours. So there might be flooding and things like that. So those are the basic precautions. But no, we did not need to contact any of the disaster teams. And if such a situation would arise, I'm sure your dad would take care of it.
Oh, absolutely. But as far as the slum dwellers around are concerned as well, we do know there is Machimar Nagar in Kolaba, there is Sassoon-Dock where all the fishermen are as well. As far as they are concerned, what are the kind of arrangements that you see out of your window that have been made for them? And are they coming out at the moment? What are you picking up from as you stare out of your window?
I'm really at 350 feet up, so I can't really determine what's going on down on the ground. But as Mrs. Nirula, your mom just mentioned that we've allowed some people to take temporary shelter in our building, in our society complex. These people, these Machimar Nagar people and all, do you realize, living literally in shanties on the edge of the coast, on the rocks, literally, and it's quite horrific even in normal times, worse in the monsoons, and with something like Nisarga, right here at our doorstep. It's quite horrible. But I believe a lot of people have been evacuated and taken to shelter.
Akhil Sippi, flight disruptions are being witnessed ever since coronavirus pandemic has begun, and now more so with the cyclonic disruption as well. You're a frequent flyer who keeps flying all over the world. I never see you ever in Mumbai, always in another part of the world. How has it disrupted your life, and are you just praying that everything goes back to normal so that you can go back to your jet-setting life, Akhil?
Chetty, this is the first time that I've been at my place for 30 days consecutive. Now it's 60 days consecutive, as every month I would be traveling about 15 days a month. I enjoyed it. But this is some serious stuff. And while I do miss traveling and I can't wait to get on a plane and fly elsewhere, but where are we safe today? I would rather be happy seeing my city and country get out of this first and be sure of that before I board a flight. But yes, travel has always been a part of my life, and I'm definitely missing it. I would imagine domestic travel has now commenced, but in the month of August and September, I'm hopeful that one will be allowed to travel and hopefully not be quarantined, because when you travel and you're there for about few days and you're quarantined for 14 days, it absolutely defeats the purpose, especially when it's business travel. So I think one will have to wait and see how things pan out. But it's definitely not a priority. I do miss it, but it's more important that we get out of this first.
All right. I'm requesting all our guests to stay back with us. We're getting more updates that are coming in as far as the cyclonic storm is concerned, how far away it is from Mumbai, with what speed it is traveling. I'm going to bring you up to speed with all of that after this very short commercial break. Stay with us on India Today. Our guests continue to be with us as well.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.